Over the past week, pro-Iranian militias have reported several UAV launches into Israel. However, none of the drones ever reached the country's territory. The Houthis were also active, attempting to launch a missile strike on the Nevatim airbase. The Palestine II hypersonic ballistic missile was successfully intercepted on its approach to Israel. In turn, the Israeli Air Force launched several raids on southwestern Homs province in Syria. The hits came against facilities used to transfer weapons to Hezbollah. Meanwhile, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham terrorists and allied factions launched an offensive on the positions of the Syrian armed forces. Several settlements in the western part of Aleppo province were captured. The militants also managed to take control of the fortified base of the 46th Regiment of the government forces. As a result, the Syrian army lost several pieces of equipment with anti-aircraft weapons, including man-pads. The opposition groups achieved the greatest success in the southern section. Jihadists managed to take control of Khan al-Assal, actually approaching the outskirts of the city of Aleppo. Simultaneously with the capture of this settlement, the militants occupied a small section of the M5 road. As a result, they managed to disrupt the logistics between the administrative center of the province and Damascus. Along with ground attacks, HTS members launched missile strikes on the western neighborhoods of Aleppo. Nubal and Al-Zahra, Shiite enclaves located northwest of the city, also came under fire. In turn, the Russian Air Force worked on the positions of Islamists in the territories they took. However, the intensity of Russian aviation in the sector remained low. The Syrian troops also did not offer significant resistance to the armed factions, sometimes leaving their positions altogether. Despite this, the enemy forces were able to temporarily delay their advance in some areas. Pro-Turkish forces developed success in the west of Aleppo province. The M5 road has been cut. The number of villages lost to Syrians is approaching 24. In northern Iraq, the Turkish armed forces continued their air and ground operation against the Kurdistan Workers' Party. 8 Kurdish militias were eliminated during Turkish Air Force airstrikes in Gara and Metina.